What's up everyone, it's me, Vivi, and I don't even know what to call this video, to be honest with you. Where do I start from? I'm gonna try and get you guys in on what is happening. Well, what happened these past couple of days, what people have been talking about over on Reddit and Twitter. This is how it all began. Someone tweeted this at me. A picture from the in-game social media of Marvel Spider-Man PS4. Great game, by the way. I'm not gonna say anything about it, I'm not gonna spoil it, don't worry. In one of the comments, there's a username, IGTedPrice, referring to, of course, the CEO of Insomniac Games. Hey, did you hear that? Insomniac Games is announcing a new game next week. Hold up, this could just be a mere Easter egg. You know, Spider-Man being a new game, referring to that. Remember, some people did get review copies. I don't know how old this message was implemented in the game. I mean, it could have possibly been talking about Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. But still, it's not like they used the word release, they went with announcement. They could have easily just said release and we would have jumped to the conclusion that, oh, it's an Easter egg, talking about the game Marvel Spider-Man. Now, since this is in-game, considering Spidey is set in October according to Peter's calendar in his room, if this is true, if Insomniac Games is really teasing a new game this way, this means that next week equals to a week of October 2018. Whatever event is set to happen in October, nothing really, how can I say, a popular event? Nothing of such. An announcement could be made there somewhere. Or much sooner than that. This whole theory of October could be completely wrong. If CEO of Insomniac Games is really using this subtly to tease a new game, what could it be? A new IP? Or the next Ratchet & Clank game, which undoubtedly will happen. It's probably not Sunset Overdrive 2. Back in March, there was this huge wave of rumors talking about a possible Sunset Overdrive 2, a game exclusive to Microsoft, which was made by Insomniac Games. What I could pick up on is this, a tweet from a senior reporter saying that there's no way in heck we're getting another Sunset Overdrive 2. This is all the info I could pick up. Hey, I mean, you never know, maybe one day out of nowhere, Insomniac Games will announce another Sunset Overdrive. But for now, let's go back to Ratchet & Clank. A new one will happen for sure, considering the sales of their latest game. It's just a matter of whether or not it's too early to announce another Ratchet & Clank game. I mean, the PS4 one got released in 2016. Sure, Insomniac Games has multiple teams right now, not to mention 2 studios, don't forget. I mean, there was probably a separate team, for Marvel Spider-Man, another team for Stormland, an upcoming VR game set to release in 2019, no specific month. There could be another team dedicated to Ratchet & Clank. That's like 3 teams already. There could be even more. So this game, at the end of the day, could be a new IP or Ratchet & Clank. But guys, this is not the end of the story. Let's continue. A new Sly Cooper Game rumor came with this. Yes, you're probably laughing, probably scratching your heads, confused, I don't know what your reaction is like right now, but this is Sly Cooper at the end of the day. News, when it comes to this series, is always a mystery. Actually, come to think of it, I did do a lot more research, and I always tell myself, when there's a rumor, wait a couple of days to see if other info might surface. And by doing that, I was able to debunk this rumor of a new game coming. It's not happening anytime soon. It could be happening secretly, but with the info I'm about to share with you, it just doesn't work. We're not getting a new game right now. Okay, dude, you said it got debunked. What's the point of further getting into this? Well, I'm just trying to make you guys not get ahead of yourselves and just turn this whole situation into a disaster? Let me start from the beginning. With recent discoveries, as I just said, this rumor has been debunked, in my opinion. Let's go. Someone sent me a reply from Ratchet & Clank, the Reddit page. I know this sounds weird, but it might be a Sly Cooper game. Some guy was just boasting on LinkedIn about how he got a voice acting role in a new Sly Cooper game, and one of the hashtags he used was Insomniac Games. As a fan of both Sly Cooper and Ratchet & Clank, I'll be excited either way. The same user found this whole situation weird. Wait, Insomniac Games working on Sly Cooper? Really? Same thing goes for me. I had the same reaction. Why would Insomniac Games, out of all other studios out there, work on Sly Cooper? Okay, fine, maybe you might think, oh, Sony approached Insomniac Games after the sales of Ratchet & Clank PS4, they thought Sanzaru Games wasn't good enough despite Sanzaru having a huge passion for Sly. They would absolutely love to continue the franchise. And by the way, Tabriz, this user who has a very unique way of commenting, you've probably seen him in the comments, he messaged Insomniac Games on one of their live streams, and they said pretty much no to Sly Cooper because they already have Ratchet and Clank. A similar thing applies to Jak and Daxter. I remember personally tweeting at Insomniac Games, hey, would you guys ever consider making a Jak and Daxter game if Sony approached you? They said no. I'd say that's a pretty straightforward answer, and with that in mind, saying no to Sly Cooper, you guys might say, alright, that's all I need, we're not getting a game by Insomniac Games. You know, Sly Cooper. I know. Before you ask any other questions, let's continue. When I saw that screenshot of a reply, I tweeted telling you guys on Twitter, I'm lost. What is this? I was really lost. I had no idea what was going on. Teen Bat, who you're probably most familiar with, being a moderator on the Sly wiki page, he redirected me to the Sly Reddit page. Thank you for that. I realized the following. This began from a guy named Steve Stanley, who does voice work. Someone over on the Sly Reddit found this on the guy's Facebook page. Booked it. I'm a rootin' tootin' character called Red Eye Robbles in a Sly Cooper gaming production. Yeehaw. This was back on July 11th. The title says booked it, a Sly Cooper gaming role. The fact that this guy used hashtag Insomniac Games is where people really started wondering like, what the heck is going on? Why Insomniac Games out of all studios? Red Eyes Robbles, by the way, is such a minor character in Sly 4. No, he wasn't the original voice actor for that guy, it was Sam Riegel. This guy has a website, by the way, you can find his voice acting. The same one on Facebook, which is part of a demo on his website. Someone personally messaged him. If you're wondering if you still have questions, just listen. He replied by saying, well, it's for awareness. This is a student-based project. So that hashtag could have just been for awareness. Hey, Insomniac Games, maybe hire me, I like voice acting and all that kind of stuff. But at that moment, it still sounded all weird to me because I thought of NDA. You know, you can't say anything about it until it's official. I mean, really, he could have ignored the message if it was part of an NDA, right? But he didn't. And notice how he mentioned this is a project from Casting Call Club, a website where there's a bunch of fan-made projects looking for people who just want to do voice acting, just for fun, and perhaps get paid at the same time. So yes, he is telling the truth. This is not like a whole non-disclosure agreement situation. Remember, he used the words gaming production. Even with that, he could just be referring to this fan project. Fan games, by the way, are very risky. If you get caught in legal issues, yeah, it's not really a fun situation to be in. If this were a hint towards a future game, would he have been the replacement role? Probably a question you might bring up in the comments, but guys, really, I got to the bottom of this. Steve Stanley is correct. Indeed, this is a student-based project. In other words, a fan project. I looked up on Casting Call Club and I found the following. Sly Cooper Thieving from the Best. Completely fan-made. This is not like from Sanzaru or Sony, nothing like that. This is from a user called League of Retired Evil, needing voices for episode 2. If you scroll to the bottom, there it is, our good old pal Steve Stanley who auditioned for Red Eye Robbles. And he got the role. So again, this is not an NDA shmenDA kind of situation. We can now shut down this rumor completely. But, like I said in the past, I do have a little hope for a future Sly game. It's just a matter of time. Also on Twitter, this was sent to me. Many of us at first, including myself, perhaps thought this character looked like a raccoon. The facial structure, the black around the eyes, but really. Today I got a better look at it. Notice the words meow in the back. It's definitely a reference to Black Cat, an upcoming DLC. I don't want to spoil the game too much, talking about Black Cat, you know, but this is not Sly Cooper. So far, the game has Ratchet and Clank Easter eggs. Maybe at first you thought, oh, we also have a Sly Cooper Easter egg, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And someone told me I found another picture of this with signature Black Cat at the bottom. So no, so far we don't have a Sly Easter egg. But Ratchet and Clank, we do have a couple. We have Quark. I read somewhere a character said in the game, what is a Quark? Here's another one, Skid McMarks. I mean, if this were a Sly Cooper Easter egg, which isn't, it would have been only a matter of time before someone found an Easter egg for Jak and Daxter, but that seems to be unlikely. Last thing, gaming heads, I did make a video, Sly Cooper statues out of nowhere. That really just going over what I just said in this video, it could just be a way to promote the TV show. Or it could mean something else at the end of the day. So with that being said, guys, I hope we put this confusion to rest. Insomnia Games is not working on a Sly Cooper game. I still believe it's up to Sanzaru. It's theirs, they have to finish what they started. So if you have any questions, if you agree or disagree with something I said in the video, please leave it in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.